All right, work continues on Deadpool for Dragweek. I wanted to show you some more updates on what Harvey and the guys at Hutch's Welding have accomplished. The big thing is we're getting the final positioning and how the intercooler is going to be designed. Let me show you about how that's going to work. So obviously there's the turbo. The other cool thing is we cut out the inner fenders because for room and cleanliness there was some holes in it. I had cut some holes in it that didn't look very good for a velocity stack, so we went ahead and got rid of all that. I do still run the inner fender well, so we'll see how that looks once we get it all back together. But anyway, got the turbo here, and that's going to blow into an end tank that will direct the airflow into here. And then I'm not sure exactly how this one's going to work out over here. That's locked down, but anyway, that's not pointed the right way, of course. It's probably going to be down here somewhere and blow up, and then there'll be a mirrored end tank here. So the air blows down through here, then it comes out here, which you don't have the whole tank yet. You have a rough idea of how it's going to look. The air is going to come out here, up around here, and then blow through into the throttle body. And then as far as the water system, these end tanks, they're not welded on or finalized, but this is a rough idea how it's going to work. Water will go in here and both sides, 1-inch fittings, and then the water flows this way, then out here, and then back to the tank. So that's roughly what we're going to wind up with as far as placements and all that. It's a huge intercooler. The other challenging thing left to do is the radiator, which we're going to put right here at an angle, and the angle is going to give us two benefits. One, it's going to allow us to get the radiator back as far as possible, but as you can see, I run the Tiger Racing hood, so it's going to allow the air to exit out of the hood much easier, and also it's just better for room. One other thing they got done was they were able to get the downpipes modified. Here you go on that. Obviously you can see where the change was made. I showed you these earlier. They were cut here, and then here's the new section with the V-bands. So anyway, that's about it for today, and we'll check back in and see what else they got in a couple more days. All right, stuff's arriving every day for this project, and here's the newest arrival. These are some billet specialty wheels. As a lot of you guys have seen on my car, I already have a set of billet specialty wheels, so what are these for? Well, last year I did the whole entire trip on a set of Mickey Thompson SS tires, which I may run the SS tire again, I'm not really sure. Right now I have the Pros on my car. But the biggest issue was last year, as a lot of you remember, we had that hurricane coming in and the weather, and we had torrential downpours on the first leg of the trip. And in the past I've had issues. I've lost control of the car and drag radials. I was paranoid that whole entire trip. It was extremely stressful. So this year I decided that I really wanted to use regular street tires when possible for the trips, especially if there's rain in the forecast. But the problem is my rear end is shortened and a regular wheel's not going to fit on there. So, you know, there's a little bit of an excessive move money-wise to have a spare set of wheels just for street tires. But unfortunately, you know, that's what I wanted to do, and you know, I possibly could use these on another project. They are not bead block. That's the main difference. I did that to save money. I could always add bead locks to them if I want. There's a lot of people that are anti-bead lock and glue the tire on the wheel anyway for weight reasons. So, you know, I don't know. Right now they're just going to be used with street tires. I have a 2005 Mustang that I've been saving, put aside. Maybe I'll shorten that rear end enough to fit these on it and use it for that. But for right now, these are spares. So let's open them up and look at them real quick. Like I said, check out this cool carbon fiber knife. Ooh, yeah, baby. All right, anyway. It should be exactly like what I have, except no bead locks, but let's take a look. Look at that. Nice and pretty. Another Real important hint I'd give you guys. I don't know if you've seen my car, or obviously you've seen it probably. But if not, I'll put some pictures up right now. Well, the car's been sitting for like 6 months and my wheels look brand new still. And the reason they look brand new is whenever I get new wheels now, or any new parts for that matter, I did this to my brake calipers, I did it to my wheels, I did it to parts of the car, is I ceramic coated them. Ceramic coating, I wouldn't really attempt to ceramic coat a car myself. There's some skill involved in it, but with something like this, it's not too bad. It kind of just rubs on like a wax, and then you rub it right off. The key is you don't want to leave any streaks in it. So I will ceramic coat these before they go on, and once the tires are mounted up, I'll show you a picture. So anyway, that's all we got for right now. All right, it's crunch time. We're just about a month away from when I have to head north to Virginia to the very first track, and I wanted to go over some of the things that they've gotten done so far. New things are happening every day. Let's take a look. All right, the big one is the intercooler. As you can see here, I'll put up some pictures of it with the car taken apart. First off, let's just get a wide shot of this thing. The top tanks, obviously this wiring harness doesn't go here. The top tank's gonna feed in here. Now, as you can see, the bottom tank is done. And that's gonna come up here and wrap around into the throttle body. The big challenge with doing this, which was very important to me, this setup is really nice because now the turbos are mounted to the engine, the intercooler is mounted to the engine. So I don't run solid motor mounts or anything, so if the motor moves, everything moves together. So you don't have to worry about pipes blowing off as easily, things working their way loose. The one issue though is the radiator. As you can see here, we've made some extra room by, luckily on the 11 to 14 you have enough room, and we were able to cut the front bumper behind the grill and tilt the radiator forward. We're actually gonna go just a hair more, and we're gonna put fans on either side of that pipe, maybe even 4 of them, four small ones. And then from the front, it's actually gonna be really awesome for cooling. As you can see, the cardboard with the yellow is the surface of the radiator, so it's gonna cool really, really well. And maybe even, we'll probably paint the radiator black so it doesn't stick out so bad. And then that's where we're at right now. Once this is all mounted, the electric water pump will get mounted right down here. We were able to get the proper fitting for this. So this is the water pump setup. This will feed the water pump. And then out of each head, you can see an AN fitting there. Whoa! That's going to go to this unit right here. 2 of them will go be feeds from the head, and 2 of them will be turbo returns. Not sure exactly where we're going to put this. Hell, we may be able to put it right here, right off the radiator. It eventually needs to go in here, so that actually may work out fairly well. So we'll see what happens. The intercooler tank may be in the way. We may have to put it like this. I'm not really sure. That's something we'll do last minute. As you can see there, you may have seen in the past, I used the small fat house setup for the battery. I'm going back to a big one because I don't want to be paranoid about power. I'm adding an electric water pump, and I'm going to be running 4 fans, so I want to have plenty of battery backup for this trip. So anyway, the other big thing is the intercooler tank. I'll show a picture of that. You can see it down there, I think. Yeah, there it is. That's the intercooler tank. Right now, it's sealed. That'll get cut right there. We're gonna delete the ABS module. I don't have ABS sensors on my rear anyway, so they're not being used. Once we get the ABS delete plate, which is coming, there'll be a big, large pipe that will come up here for the feed. Obviously, we'll have to avoid this right here, but I think we'll be fine. Anyway, we'll update you when we got more to show you. All right, you can see they got the radiator all mounted. We got the fans. I'll show you where those are gonna go. So you can see right here, they got a little circles there where each one of these will go. It's gonna be 4 of them. I'll run 2 of them as sort of the low speed, 2 as the high speed. We'll be able to make a nice little radiator shroud. There's plenty of room for that. Some people may ask why I didn't use the brushless fans. They're actually taller and we're tight with space. So 4 of these are the same price as 2 brushless, so I went with these. Anyway, we just got the water all laid out. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today, and maybe we'll be starting it on the next video.